Oh, I'm ready.
Are you recording?
Oh, audio's good, dude. Audio. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's kick it. Keaton, PA, number 80. People have been waiting for this string of foreclosures, but they're gonna have to keep waiting because one is not coming. I'm Jeremy Tolley, and this is Keaton, PA. With the rapid shift that's happening in the housing market this year, some people are raising concerns that we're destined for a repeat of the crash that we saw in 2008. But in truth, there are many key differences between what's happening today and the bubble in the early 2000s. One of the reasons this isn't like the last time is the number of foreclosures in the market is much lower now. Here's a look at why there won't be a wave of foreclosures flooding the market. Not as many homeowners are in trouble this time. After the last housing crash, over 9 million households lost their homes due to a foreclosure, a short sale, or because they gave it back to the bank. This was in large part because of more relaxed lending standards, where people could take out mortgages they ultimately couldn't afford. Those lending practices led to a wave of distressed properties which made their way into the market and caused home values to plummet. But today, revised lending standards have led to more qualified buyers. As a result, there are fewer homeowners who are behind on their mortgages. While you may have seen recent stories about the number of foreclosures rising today, context is important. And during the pandemic, many homeowners were able to pause their mortgage payments using the forbearance program. The program gave homeowners facing difficulties extra time to get their finances in order and, in many cases, work out a plan with their lender. With that program, many were concerned it would result in a wave of foreclosures coming to the market, and that fear didn't materialize. Data from the New York Fed shows there are still fewer foreclosures happening today than before the pandemic. See the graph below, or see the graph on the screen, I mean. That means while there are more foreclosures now compared to last year when foreclosures were paused, the number is still well below what the housing market has seen in a more typical year like 2017 to 2019. And most importantly, the number we're seeing now is still far below the number we saw during the market crash, shown in red bars in the graph. The big takeaway? Don't let a headline in the news mislead you. And while foreclosures are up year over year, historical context is essential to understanding the full picture. Many homeowners today have enough equity to sell their homes instead of facing foreclosure. And due to rapidly rising home prices over the last 2 years, the average homeowner has gained record amounts of equity in their home. And if they've stayed in their homes even longer, they may have even more equity than they realize. And the bottom line is, if you see headlines about the increasing number of foreclosures today, just remember that context is important. And while it's true the number of foreclosures is higher now than it was last year, foreclosures are still well below pre-pandemic years. And if you have questions, let's connect.